Today we're inside a Texas courtroom where a 20-year-old Joshua Jacob Cannon is standing on the edge of a legal cliff. He's not just here for a small slip-up. He's on deferred adjudication for aggravated robbery, a serious felony that carries the potential for life in prison if things go wrong. Now the state says he violated his probation by using marijuana, and that one choice has dragged him back in front of this judge. In this hearing, you're going to see the judge explain how one true plea to a probation violation can flip everything, from second chances to a prison sentence. Watch the judge's tone, the defendant's emotional state, and how the court balances punishment, addiction, and mercy. As you're watching, ask yourself, is this just a kid making mistakes, or someone who's not taking a life-changing deal seriously enough? Let's get into it.
All right, so are you all proceeding on the motion to revoke?
We had the recommendation that MRT is the going to go forward. Yes, that's the MRT and the ILB.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 2570B State versus Joshua Jacob Cannon. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Jason, Your Honor.
Mark Lift for fence, Judge.
And are you Joshua Jacob Cannon?
Sure.
All right, so here's the thing. You got to save the tears because we're here on a motion to revoke because the state is alleging that there are some actions that you did that were a violation of your conditions. Do you understand? All right. So are you the same Joshua Jacob Cannon who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2570B for the offense of aggravated robbery on June 12, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. If we're proceeding with a number 2, that is the second to last number 2.
Okay.
There's a violation of condition number 2 on or about the 16th day of August 2024. Bear County says the defendant Joshua Jacob Cannon admitted there commits to the illegal use of controlled substance, namely marijuana, violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Waiver may violate condition.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you to life in prison?
Let's pause on what the judge just said because this is huge. Joshua is on deferred adjudication for aggravated robbery. That means the court held off on finding him guilty as long as he followed strict conditions during his 10-year probation. When the state files a motion to revoke or motion to adjudicate, they're basically asking the judge to take away that second chance and enter a full conviction. By pleading true to using marijuana, Joshua is admitting he violated a condition of that deal. Legally, that opens the door for the judge to revoke the deferred status, find him guilty of the original aggravated robbery, and, in theory, send him to prison for up to life. Notice how the judge repeats the warning and asks if he still wants to plead true. That's not drama for the camera. It's required to make sure Joshua can't later say, "I didn't understand the risk." Would you have pled true in this situation, knowing that one word could put your entire future on the line?
Prison?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you have some sort of an agreement that you worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that. Once you've pled true, I can sentence you to life in prison. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Knowing that you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is denied a motion to adjudicate, continue the individual on the deferred. With the amendments to add MRT course and intensive outpatient treatment.
All right, is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, let me ask you something. Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you doing this?
Bad decisions.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You have decisions that you have to make. And on the one hand, your decision is, do I want to do this? If I do this and I'm caught, I could look at life in prison. And then what ends up happening is your attorney has and this is where I've been a defense attorney before. This is where the attorneys are throwing themselves on the mercy of the court, saying, please let this judge follow our agreement, even though I don't have to do it. So when you're making decisions and knowing you could go to prison, and you're still choosing to do this nonsense.
I've been going to NA meetings. I've been going there for 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So I've been trying to.
Well, but see, here's the thing. You've been on probation since 2023 and you only have two weeks. What have you been doing with your life? Do you have employment?
Yes,
What do you do?
I work for Hill Country Waste Solutions. I've worked 60 hours every week.
But you find time to do this. So, I mean, I will tell you, and your attorney will tell you, and Mr. Garhan will tell you. How old are you?
20.
You're 20. Do you know how many 20-year-olds are at the prison? A lot. And if you don't want to get your life in order, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be at the prison. I will still remember you because I remember all the people who come through here. But you know what everybody's going to say? Oh, well.
Here, the judge shift from legal language to straight up reality check. Joshua is only 20 years old, but the judge is reminding him that there are plenty of 20-year-olds already sitting in prison. She also brings up something people outside the system often don't see. Even when the state claims it's broke for hospitals or mental health, it somehow never runs out of money to lock people up. Overcrowded cells, 5 or 6 people in a space meant for 2. That's the world she's warning him about. This isn't just a lecture about marijuana. It's about patterns of behavior. When you're on felony probation, the rules are different. No marijuana, no alcohol, strict testing. Breaking those rules isn't treated like a casual mistake. It's treated like a sign you're choosing prison over probation. What do you think? Is the judge being too harsh? Or is this exactly the kind of wake-up call someone in Joshua's position needs?
Oh, well. And this is what I can tell you about the government. The government may not have money to build state hospitals, but they will always find money for the prisons. And whether or not there's supposed to be 5 people in the cell or 2 people in the cell, they will put 5 people in that cell. They will put 6 people in that cell because they're not going to let you just be out here and say, oh, well, you know, it's overcrowded, so we don't have another jail, so we'll just let him be out here. That's not the way it works. And he can tell you that's not the way it works. And if you're drug tested today, are you going to be positive? You need to tell the truth and shame the devil. What are you going to be positive for?
Marijuana, yeah.
So here's the thing. I know people say marijuana is not a big thing, but when you're on probation, guess what? And your attorney will tell you this. You're not even allowed to drink alcohol in your house.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not even allowed to smoke marijuana in your house. If you do, you know what that's telling me? You want to go to prison. So I'm going to give you a decision. And what I can tell you is, you know yourself better than your attorney does, better than I do, better than probation, better than the state does. So I want you to look deep inside yourself and discover and realize whether or not you can complete this probation or not, because you signed up for probation to be on probation for 10 years. So that's 2033.
This is the turning point of the entire hearing. The judge essentially gives Joshua a brutally clear 2-door choice. Door 1, admit you can't handle 10 years of probation, and she'll send you to prison for 5 years on the aggravated robbery case. Door 2, keep your deferred adjudication and accept even stricter conditions. MRT classes, intensive outpatient treatment, NA meetings, frequent urine analyses, and level testing to catch any ongoing drug use. Legally, this is the judge trying to balance accountability with rehabilitation. She's putting the responsibility back on Joshua. You know yourself better than anyone else. Can you actually do this for the long run? If he lies to himself now and keeps using, that motion to revoke will come back, and next time the outcome might not be so forgiving. For you watching at home, if you were the judge here, would you trust him with another chance or lock in the 5-year sentence?
3. If you cannot complete this probation and you know you cannot complete this probation, just let us know. I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Otherwise, I will follow this agreement that you've reached. They're going to give you UAs and they're going to test for levels. If those levels go up, that signifies that you're using, and a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and we're going to be right back here. So those are your only two choices. I'll give you the MRT, the intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to make you do NA meetings, and they're going to test for levels, or you can call it a day, and I'll send you to 5 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
TR meetings.
Have you had a time to internalize that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because I will tell you, the state will tell you, I've sent 20-year-olds to prison before.
And Judge, I know he's very emotional right now, but when I've talked with him, he has conveyed he needs help. I mean, he has been self-medicating. He got in a real bad accident about 1.5 years ago, jacked up his hip, no excuse, but he needs help to figure out not doing that. I mean, he takes full responsibility, Judge.
All right, probation, I'll deny the and I'm sorry, probation, are you recommending this as well?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court will deny the motion, alternate amending conditions to include the MRT, IOP, and I'm going to want UAs, test him for levels. And he's going to do sober support meetings. In 30 days. And your levels should start going down. Do you understand?
Yes,
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
no.
Judge Austin, do you want me to put that as way?
How often are you, because it's marijuana in his system?
Every 2 weeks, Judge.
All right, so there's going to be UA every 2 weeks until he presents with a negative UA. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everything that you do from here on out, I'm gonna help you with your decision making. If your actions could result in you being revoked and going to prison, you shouldn't do it. If your actions are like, maybe this is something I can get revoked for, maybe not, you shouldn't do it. Do you understand? Because otherwise you're going to be at the prison, and either you are, well, first a motion to revoke will be filed. Either you're going to make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, we'll bring you over dressed in orange. We'll hear it. And either you're going to get revoked or not. And either you'll end up in prison or not. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
So how did this all end? The judge ultimately denies the motion to adjudicate, which means Joshua is not being sent to prison today. Instead, the court keeps him on deferred adjudication, but adds serious conditions. MRT classes, intensive outpatient treatment, sober support meetings, 30 meetings in 30 days, plus regular UA testing every 2 weeks until he finally gives a clean result. Legally, this is a big win for Joshua. He walks out of the courtroom still on probation, not in handcuffs headed to prison. But it's also a final warning. If he keeps using, those rising levels will trigger another motion to revoke, and next time, the judge has already made it clear she has no problem sending a 20-year-old to prison. This case shows how thin the line is between second chances and serious time, especially when addiction and poor decisions collide with felony probation. If you found this case as intense and eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life courtroom breakdowns and legal deep dives.